See something. Let's do one. So rich and rude. Let's see if we're alive, first of all. Oh, we are live. Hey, y'all. Let's take these off. What's up, guys? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thanks for tuning in with me. I know everyone's like probably watching the fight right now, so it's like, I don't care. I know it's like a big major fight, I guess, so everyone's like tuning into the dancery, but we're gonna do some cool stuff over here. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me actually... Hold on, let me try something. What did I do last time? Hold on, y'all. Let me fix my hair. There we go. This is how we do it. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. I guess we're gonna have some lighting over here, huh? That would be cute, Charlie. Have a little bit of light. If I could do it like that, hold on. Sorry guys, we're having technical difficulties. I mean, all right, we're here. We are in the mix. What's up, guys? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. I'm your host, Leticia Ofo. If you guys have not already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button, click the bell right next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. So today I wanted to hop on early. I want to talk about, if you guys are new here, first of all, you guys can find me at vixenafterdark.com. Everything's in the description box down below as far as my website, you know, vixenafterdark.com. I'll be there for the majority of my time. I'm always there. So check your emails for your readings, and also check your inboxes, your mail, for all of the metaphysical needs that you guys have purchased. Thank you for all your purchases. Definitely appreciate it. I'm actually trying to get rid of all of that because it's going to be the end of the store. I should put everything on discount. That's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned on the website. I'm going to discount everything. I just want it gone. Like, I don't even want no parts of that anymore, but going to new direction. So anyways, so that's as far as that goes. Social handles at the bottom. So for today, if you guys are new, I always do timestamps. We're live right now. I was going to record this video, but I figured some people might want to hang out. If you are with me, like I said, if you're not watching the fight, you know, like me, I'm not there. So I've been just being very productive on this Saturday. So we're going to talk about the full moon that's going to happen in Aquarius, which is going to be on Tuesday. So I kind of wanted to get you guys' gears grinding for that. Right now the moon is in Sag, which is fire energy. It's like ending right now. So probably by tonight or in the morning, depending on where you're at, it's about to go into Capricorn. And we all know Capricorn energy is, it's like very... It's like that ambitious kind of an energy where we feel like, okay, I got to get this done. I want to go here. I want to try this. I want to do that. So you could probably put don't put too much on your plate when the moon's in Capricorn, right? Because we're about to go into a full moon where you need to release. So it'll kind of show you anyways, if you do put too much on something, it'll show you what you need to release when it comes into Aquarius anyways. So yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about today. So as far as that goes, let's talk about, I'll give you tidbits, of course, about the moon being in Aquarius. Which is going to be happening, like I said, either Tuesday or Monday, depending on where you're at in the world. Where I'm at, it's going to be happening on Tuesday, I think like in the midday or something like that. So I'll talk about Aquarius moons and kind of what we all should be aware of as a collective as well. What to be tapping into during this specific full moon. Hopefully you know your rising signs, because I'm going to go into even if you don't know your rising, let's say you have Aquarius in like multiple houses. So I'll just kind of do it like that. That way it's a little bit easier. I'll do it by the houses 1 through 12. You know, maybe what to look out for as far as releasing energy. Maybe some do's and don'ts possibly, but I don't like to call it do's and don'ts. It's just kind of what to be aware of, right? And then I'll go into collective as far as I want to do a spread for you guys. And I'll probably bust out the wheel to pull some cards for each individual sign for you all, okay? That way, that'll kind of help you out. So without further ado, let's pull up the charts. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We got a lot of energy playing out, you know. Let's do a quick mental health check-in as far as, oh, here's my thumbnail. Let's do a quick mental health check-in. There's a lot of going on right now. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of psyops. There's a lot of, you know, whether it's from the spiritual side of things, whether it's from a global scale, you know, whether this is just at home, whether this is on social media, whatever's playing out, we just have to, it's good to be aware of things that are playing out. That way you know what to engage in and what not to waste your time on, because I tell you, it's getting us farther away from creating and loving ourselves, you know. Even in the spiritual community, it's kind of difficult sometimes too, because you have spiritual narcissists out here that are just like, oh God, to the fullest extent. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like, we have to be careful of having a bias when you're talking about individual sun signs and things of that nature. Like, last time I checked, like, if you have an angelic spirit, you shouldn't be a narcissist as far as, oh, you're this, so yeah, you're gonna be doing that. Like, it's so negative. It's like we all have each of the 12 signs in our wheel. Last time I checked, you know what I'm saying? So we all need each other. We all need divine feminine, divine masculine energy. We all need to come together. Every little piece of your chart matters, and even all these other little tools matter as well. Don't let anybody tell your spirit how to move, how to check, how to jive, or how it is, because that's just not realistic. It's not realistic whatsoever. And just seeing that, it's just cringy, because it's like, what is wrong with people? I don't know. I guess people are trying to just get $1, and it's just kind of sad. What's up, TJ? Hey, and facts. Right? It's like, damn, like, can we just live? Like, God, somebody might be going through something that maybe they don't know how to transmute their energy. Maybe they don't know how to get out of whatever they're going through right now. You know, I feel like the compassion is gone. I feel like the love is just like far and few. So that's why I always say, in this dog-eat-dog world, we're actually in the phase of the dog anyways right now, I think, until like the second week of August, which is funny I say that. But it's a whole nother story. So it's like, that's why I always say self-care is the best care. Like, you do what's best for you, not based off of what someone's telling you. And that's why when you watch my channel, it's considered spiritual guidance, just to kind of give you some, you know, reminders, or maybe ideals, or just to know what you're being faced with, possibly what could be coming towards you. Or if you're acting a certain way, then let's try and like get out of that in some form or fashion. Like, that way we can come together. It's like, it's getting a little hard for people just to like be people. We're having this human experience here, and it's like, the more of us kind of work on ourselves and come together, the better that we'll all be, right? So let's tap into this moon energy because some people feel it earlier. So I always like to do new moon and full moon videos a couple days before, you guys. So as you're watching this video right now, today is Saturday. So we have a couple of days until the actual moon, depending on where you're at in the world. Like me, Pacific Standard Time is going to be here on Tuesday, excuse me, which is the 1st, and some will hit 31st. It just all depends on where you're at in the world. So take that how you want. So Aquarian energy, people think it's a water sign, hence the logo, or whatever you want to call it. I'll say it logo. I've been working on a website. It looks like someone is like, you know, the water is coming out, hence why it's called the water barrier. But it's a fixed masculine air energy, so that we're all aware of what's coming out. So since it's a fixed sign, I feel like if you're a fixed sign, you actually may thrive during this full moon. So fixed signs are what? Are Tauruses, Leos, Scorpios, and of course the Aquarius. So all fixed signs, it'll probably be like, you know, a grand time for you. Hopefully you're in the higher octave. If not, you know, I'm here to kind of help you out with that, because we have to think Aquarian energy, its primary ruler is actually Saturn, okay, because it's closer. Uranus is a little bit farther out, so I would call that the co-ruler, but you can do your research. Everyone is different. It's way more farther out. So, but I will take the shadow aspects of when a full moon, it's about dumping, releasing, looking at the garden, seeing what weeds to pluck out, right? So since we know that Aquarian energy has those rulers of Saturn and Uranus, you got to think of the shadow side of that. So the shadows of Saturn energy would be like cold or rigid, or it's like a disapproving kind of an energy, like trying to be a perfectionist and controlling. So that might be playing out in certain aspects of life. And then you have the Uranus energy, which is more rebellious, it's unexpected, it's unconventional. People want to do things to just for the sake of being different, or to get attention in some kind of a way. It can be some crazy things that are going to be released. And I'm saying this because I'm looking at it from a global standpoint. Not just like, this could be like at home, close quarters in your community, or within self, but also like watch all the extra headlines that are going to be playing out. Because I think this month of August, there's going to be a couple of full moons, I want to say. So yeah, so just think of that, just to keep that in mind. This is why shadow work is important. This is why getting to know your shadow side and when to know when to pop it out on an individual aspect is important as well. Like knowing that part of you and knowing how to control it or know when to utilize it is going to be very evident, okay? Because full moons, like I said, that shadow energy of those planets could be released. And as far as yourself, we all know Aquarian energy, as far as emotionally speaking, since the moon deals with how we react and respond on an emotional standpoint for the most part. So it's like they're not really emotional people. So you got to kind of think it's all about releasing for yourself, like what no longer serves you. And this may not have to be dealing with other people in this case, with this full moon energy. It's gonna be you. Like, what do you need to let go of? Whether this is like negative patterns, negative behaviors, negative vices, emotional baggage. I mean, what else? Self-limiting beliefs, like all of those things for you. This is gonna be like more focused towards you, yourself. And it's gonna be very evident and clear. You'll get a chance to kind of see that. So take it as an opportunity for you to notice these things about yourself and take it as like a reset, right? Take it as an opportunity to reset, aka setting new intentions. Like, for example, if you did, let's say you had a diet and you're like, oh, I cheated on my diet, or I quit my diet, or something like that, you know, or I ended up talking to an ex, or you know what, I did go back to that vice or something. As long as you know that, okay, you know the starting point, the root of it, right? And then you knew what it was that you were participating in, and now you know the result of that. So is it good or is it bad? So that's when you know if you need to release it or not, right? So setting new intentions, standing on 10 toes, putting your crown back on, and work on becoming the best version of yourself. Period. Don't let nobody tell you any other. Like straight up. So the full moon is happening on If we're using numerology, you can look at it 8/1/2023, which boils down to a number 7, which you add it all up together, which is a very spiritual number. It's also taking action, making sure you take action as far as making sure that you are removing any patterns, behaviors, vices, thoughts, mannerisms, whatever it is for yourself. Like, make sure you take action on that and doing that, because it's a masculine number and it's also a masculine sign. So, and don't forget, you know, the moon, it rules Monday. So if it is hitting you on Monday, that's like a moon day, you know, lunar, luna. You see how in Spanish, even luna means the same thing. So people like to wear white or silver. You can wear like pearls, moonstone, opal, selenite, crystal clear quartz, things of that nature. Okay. I know people are probably gonna ask me about that, so let me throw that in there. If you were born under a full moon, it just means that you carry both energies to the max as far as your sun and your moon sign. If you're born under the full moon, which actually it creates more of a unique blend for your characteristics that you bring in. Okay. Let's get to learn a little bit about an Aquarius moon energy. That way you can kind of see where this is going. So like I said, they're emotionally unpredictable. So you can see what's going to be released during this full moon on a global standpoint or personally. They're very independent type of an energy. Like I said, that Uranus unconventional vibe will be pushing through. Some people will want to isolate, okay, and not really want to commit to anything. That's why I said it's not really about other people. It's more so like committing to yourself and what you need to like take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best way to get through this full moon, for real, for real. You know, some people, as far as like friendship and intimacy, I would say just try and get more intimate with yourself. Some may experience like a lot of emotional, intense energies. You might feel more in tune with your own emotions, and you might be unaware of how somebody else is feeling. You might not know what they're going through, what they're feeling, and what's going on. And if you can't even, if they're not telling you, don't even try and figure it out. Like, it's just like at that point, like just go, you know what I'm saying? So Aquarius moon. So think of like the energy of like they're very intellectual, very open-minded. They think outside of the box, hence that Uranus energy. Okay. And also too, I like to think like Aquarius, they like to help other people. They really do. Like, they like to, you know, if you meet an Aquarius, every Aquarius I've met, they're so focused on like helping everybody else and carrying around the world around them that they kind of forget about their own needs. So that's why I said it's time for you to actually go within, like flip it around and do you. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have like a rebel spirit, hence that Saturn energy too in there. They like to keep things really fresh and unique as well. When it comes to their emotions, it's like they feel everything really deep, but you'll probably never know. And they like to keep everything in. So that's why I'm, as a collective, like really focus on yourself and your needs and your emotions. Because it can get really deep, and then you can kind of, you don't want to sweep whatever you feel under the rug. And don't let anybody spiritually bypass you either during this time too. So we got to get that negative, we got to get the negative juju out, okay? But as far as Aquarius moon, you can really count on them to come up with some wild, imaginative, like I said, outside of the box kind of an energy to make their world around them feel a little bit better, to feel more comfortable, or so that people around them can feel good about themselves too. But then again, you have to also think, that's why I said go more on yourself, because Aquarian moon energy, since it's a fixed sign, they can get fixed on certain behavioral patterns. Okay, same with like, think of like Scorpio energy is kind of like that too. So for yourself, you want to see where you can get out of that. So let's talk about some full moon awareness for everybody, for the collective, because you don't want to get fixated on any behavioral patterns. You want to see what's working for you, what's not, and what to release, right? So number one is like being aware of yourself. Okay, so I think this full moon would be a grand time to Kind of reflect on where you're at. You know, this year, what are we in? It's going to be August when this hits. So that's the number 8. 8 months in 2023. So whatever decisions you've been making the last few months, whatever you decided to do, maybe you started during the new year, this is the time to really see, was that good for you or not? You know what I mean? Was it a good idea that you did that? Are you seeing like the fruits of your labor? Depending on if this is like a pattern of behavior, a vice, or people, places, and things, like, did you make the smart move? Like, is it working out for you pretty much for the most part? Like really look at that right now, okay? And then if not, you'll be able to see, it'll be illuminated, you'll be shown if you had any negative patterns or behaviors or vices or things of that nature, or beliefs that you were like, you know what, that didn't work out, I need to let that go. I'm like, that's kind of not working out for me. I don't know what I'm attaching myself to, but that ain't it. You'll kind of see how that's playing out. If you've been stuck in a loop or in cycles, check those patterns, behaviors. What's causing you to do that? Ooh, like, what was that? Like, what did you decide to do to where you're just stuck in this loop of a feeling? You could be feeling good and then bad and good and then bad. It's like the same thing over and over and over and over again. So really check your behaviors and patterns during this time. I would recommend maybe writing them down, or if you have been keeping track of like your dreams, or if you write down your moods, like some people have like a mood journal. You know, expressing yourself on paper. You know, if you have been doing shadow work, you could look back on the chapters and kind of look at, okay, I was feeling this when I did that, and so you can kind of really look at everything with like a real big magnifying glass. That way you kind of gain a little bit of clarity, gain some insight on what you need to let go of. You know, look back at your old journals and stuff like that. I would recommend, if you do meditate, even if you don't meditate, do like mindful activities. Like, set your intentions on why you're doing what you're doing, and practice maybe like finding 15 minutes of quiet time a day. I would say up to an hour or two or more, honestly, if you're just starting. But really observe your thoughts. Like, I would test yourself. Do like a 24-hour day where you maybe are off work or something like that, because I know at work it could be hard, but if you have a chance, you know, just observe your energies. How are you feeling when certain things are occurring? What are your emotions? What are you basing them off of? How are you judging yourself? Like, these are all things that kind of try and look outside looking in, like kind of look at yourself like that. That way you can kind of peep game on, aka be mindful on, where's this stemming from? You know, whether it's anger, hurt, pain, whatever it is, you know, or even being happy, excited, joyful. Where's that all coming from? What are you doing? Because sometimes we're not aware of the people, places, and things that we are attaching ourselves to. Even sometimes you could be attaching yourself to some spirit around you, or ancestor from 3,000 years ago. Like, is that a good energy or a bad energy? Because what's been playing out for you, is it good or bad? So you'll be able to see all these things, and then also you'll be able to emotionally process how you're actually feeling. Because some of us are empaths. We may feel the weight of the world, like people around us that we live with, things of that nature, or at work and all that stuff. So really allow yourself to feel and to like process. Like, really use this time. Like, it's like literally now or never, okay? I don't know, my cat went under the thing. Really process all these things during this time. It's going to be very good for you, okay? Because I feel like I said, the reason why I did the beginning of that video like that, the little mind, mental health check-in, is because a lot of people are suppressing themselves. Like, they're really, how do I call it? They're suppressing their emotions on a daily. It's like, we're forced to be put in a box, or to feel this certain way, or do this, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's getting crazy. It's getting out of hand. You know what I mean? It's getting out of hand. Like, don't let anybody tell you how you need to be feeling, or don't let them think they know what you're feeling, unless it's someone that's personal to you, or they talk to you day in and day out. You feel me? Like, leave the internet on the internet if that's the case, okay? You know, and be open to, if you have people that you know, like, and trust, that you talk to all the time, be open to their valuable insight that they can provide you. They're gonna be like, hey, I noticed when you are around so-and-so, or I noticed when you do this, or you act like that, or you're not yourself, or whatever. Just listen to it. You can take it like a grain of salt, but you know, it's always good to just look at someone else's perspective, especially if they're in your life all the time, okay? Some people like to do release rituals during the full moon. However that plays out for you. You can get candles, crystals, you know, whatever works for you. Burning, writing things down on a piece of paper, burning it, releasing it, letting it go, burying stuff in the ground, whatever works for you. You could work with air elements as well. Write down what you want to release on paper. It can be that simple. You know, keep it simple. And then people burn it as like a symbolic gesture of like, okay, I'm releasing those energies. I'm letting them go. And if you can during this time, I would recommend maybe seek support. Okay, some people, they may not have guidance. They may not have their parents or grandma, auntie, uncle, whoever. You might have moved where you're at and you live alone, or you don't get along with people around you or something like that. So this is why it's important to kind of find ways for yourself to stand on 10 toes, put your crown back on. That way you're not looking for any external factors in order to make you happy. You know how to make yourself happy. You know what makes you feel good, whether it's popping in some music, you know, taking a bath, or, you know, driving down the street, whatever your favorite pastime is, working out, taking a walk, grounding yourself, whatever works for you specifically, do that. You know, that's why I always say it's good to have a list of, because when you see red or you're angry or whatever, sometimes we kind of forget about those things. And then like you hear a friend say, why don't you do what you used to? And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because when you see red, you forget about all the good things on what to do. So maybe talk to some friends, family, people that don't have a bias about your life already, aka a therapist. They have a lot of online therapy areas probably where you live at. There's free ones, there's ones you gotta pay for, there's apps, there's all kinds of stuff. You know, it might help. You know, some people just need someone to listen to. Or if you have any like vices that you do as far as like healthy outlets, I should call it, any healthy outlets, like maybe you like to talk to your audience online, if that's something you do, like podcasting, or you lending a helping hand to somebody, it makes you feel better. But seek any type of guidance, please, during this process, if you're not coming in the full moon feeling grand. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have too much going on, hence why you need to look at your table and see, am I putting too much on my plate? And especially because the moon is about to go into Capricorn right before this full moon coming up. So you'll see, like, with that Capricorn energy, are you putting too much? Like, what needs to be let go? So, you know, after you release kind of know what no longer serves you, you can then set new intentions, new goals for yourself, right? And prep yourself and get ready, and focus on, you know, what brings you joy, what makes you feel good, you know, that way you can keep your life moving forward and you're not stuck in like a wheel. You feel me? So let's talk about what's your rising, guys, okay? Don't forget to thumbs up the videos you're watching. So what's your rising? So I'm going to go through all the houses 1 through 12, but I still want you guys to peep game. Hopefully you downloaded your chart. Some people might have Aquarius in 2 houses, who knows? But you can go also based off your rising sign. So Aries rising is going to be 11th house, Taurus rising 10th, Gemini rising 9th, Cancer rising 8th, Leo rising 7th, Virgo rising 6th, Libra rising 5th, Scorpio rising 4th, Sag rising 3rd, Cap rising 2nd, and then of course Aquarius rising going to be in the 1st house, and then Pisces rising will be 12th, okay? All right, so let's talk about the houses. So now you can pertain it to see if you have Aquarius in these houses. Sorry, it's hot today, a little thirsty. If you have Aquarius in multiple houses, you can kind of pertain it to what you may need to release, okay? So let's talk about it. So the 1st house, we all know the 1st house is all about self, right? So you may need to release self-doubt. You may need to have an ego death. You may need to really embrace who you are, your individual's side of you, like your authentic self. You maybe need to go closer to finding out who you are. Like, are you being authentic? Like, are you coming real to people, or are you putting on a facade or a front, or are you holding everything in? Are you being honest? Are you being vulnerable with the right people? You know what I'm saying? So just be your true self, even if it means, you know, you standing out in the crowd and left alone. Sometimes on the elevator up, we got to drop some people off. So you might recognize that during this time, especially if you're Aquarius rising, because it's going to be happening in the first house. Okay. If you have Aquarius in the second house, maybe you need to release, you know, look at your finances. Maybe you need to release certain financial situations that are playing out right now. Like I said, the moon's going to be in Capricorn, so some people might want to do anything, strange things for a piece of change. So just check. And also too, you might be dabbling into multiple opportunities or multiple ways on how to make money, but are they all getting the same love? You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're paying attention to that as well. You know, and also too, what is your relationship with money? Like, is there some fear, doubt, or look at the things that you have been putting your time and energy into? Like, you got to let some things go and to start anew, like, you know, tap into something else, you know, try not to put yourself in a box. Maybe there's something else out there for you that'll increase your financial situation or something like that. Okay. Look at the things that you value. Have your priorities changed, okay? Or do you need to switch up your priorities and the things that you value? Or what are your morals? What are your beliefs nowadays? You know, we're all changing, we're all growing, especially with everything that's playing out. It's like some people used to believe this and now they don't believe this. You know what I'm saying? So like it's kind of happening, like that unprogramming and reprogramming energy. So especially in the second half, that could be playing out for you, okay? So, and also look at all your resources too right now too. Okay, look at all your resources. Aquarius in the third house. Sorry guys, I hate flies. Aquarius in the third house. So third house is all about communication, right? So if you have Aquarius here, this is all about just really releasing your limiting patterns, okay? The fear, the doubt, all of that. Because remember, planet of communication, our thoughts, how we're speaking, or are we even speaking enough? You know what I'm saying? You know, do you have any communication barriers? Because are your throat chakra closed up? Like, what's going on over here in the house of communication? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, are you opening yourself up to even conversing with other people? Are you being open and honest when you're speaking to them? Or are you like just going into a little turtle show? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to remember, even though you could be so great to everybody else, you have to really during this full moon peep game on you. Like it's time for you to like do what's best for yourself. Because once you love on yourself and you have the confidence and everything like that, everything else will come along right after that. But you got to take care of yourself. Okay. So are you doing that? Are you being open and honest with you? Or are you hiding yourself from what you're feeling? Are you not actually expressing the things that you want to say because you're worried about Tom, Dick, and Harry or the internet? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like you really got all that stuff. So also too, are you being open to like other people's perspectives and ideas, or are you being closed-minded? You can also peep game of that in the third house too. Okay. Fourth house. So we all know fourth house is like home and family. This is a Cancer house. So it's kind of like you might have to release some emotional baggage. Okay. You might be carrying some emotional baggage. This could be from, you know, this could be from like, if you're doing like inner childhood healing, or from family members, siblings, things of that nature. Are you living in like outdated like family dynamics and things of that nature? Or do you know you need to switch things up? Like, has that really been working for you? You know, especially, you know, what are I don't know if you subscribe to spirit guides, angels, ancestors, divine source, you know, whatever you call your spiritual predecessors. So is that working out for you? Are you attaching yourself to the right energies to keep you going to high places? I really just call it your higher self, but that's just me. But, you know, are you creating like a sense of community? Okay. Or do you have like a place where you can be vulnerable? Do you have emotional support? You'll be able to see these things within, of course, if you live with the people that you know, because it's the house of 4. So in your own home, do you have that around you or do you not? Do you need to create a space for that to where you can feel comfortable and you can be vulnerable and you feel free and all that stuff? Like, do you have a space like that? Because like I said, this is the time to really make sure you have that, especially when it comes to family and home life, because you want your home life should feel like sanctuary. Like you should feel like you can just be like, you know what I mean? Like release. When you go home, it shouldn't be stressful and you shouldn't be scared, or you just want to go in, take a shower, eat, and then leave right away. You know what I'm saying? Like home should feel like a sanctuary. And I know a lot of people may not have that. So creating a space or a space to go to that you can call home. You know what I'm saying? So find that out if it's in the house of 4. If you have Aquarius in the 5th house, guys, okay, so, ooh, this is a creative house. So you might have to, do you have like a blocked solar plexus or root chakra? Because you can kind of tell if, do you have any like creative blockages? If there's anything that's creating a blockage for you, maybe there's something around you that you need to release, or maybe you have a fear of expressing yourself in a certain way. You might be thinking too much about what other people think, and that's why things aren't coming in for you, or that's why you're not acting on them. So you have to embrace what are your unique talents, gifts, skills, hobbies, whatever it is, and bring them to the forefront. Somebody may need to see your, you know, your creative gift or talent or skill, or they may need to hear your voice, or have, you know, they may need to experience you. Like, what do you do? What do you have going on? You know, you might have to be an example for if you have kids. You feel me? Like, so share your creative endeavors that you have going on. Don't keep them wrapped up in a hole. You never know, you could be the next greatest thing since sliced bread. 6th house. So 6th house here we have, if you have Aquarius in 6th house, now you might need to release maybe some unhealthy work habits, okay? You might be criticizing yourself over certain things, which is not good. So this is where you can really pay attention to, do you have like limiting beliefs and things of that nature? Because this is a house of like your daily living activities and also work and things of that nature, like being more structured. So really pay attention in the 6th house here, okay? Because if you are constantly stressing yourself out, you could, you know, everybody's Mars is activated right now. So hopefully, you know, what's going on in your 6th house, it doesn't relate to, or it doesn't create any health problems for you, okay? So are you finding like, you know, innovative solutions, you know, for improving like whatever daily routines? Let's say, for example, there's certain goals that you're not meeting, like it's a struggle for you. Well, either you have too much on your plate, or maybe it's just the way that you're going about it. You might have to, things that you used to do in the morning, you might have to do them at night. So just play with your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like change up your routine or pattern or behavior, right? And see what works for you. And this is where, if it's in the 6th house, I would say like seriously focus on self-care, like for real, okay? If you have Aquarius in the 7th house, we all know this is the house of relationships, guys. So, I mean, like I said, you want to use this full moon for you, but sometimes we are connected to soul ties that we have, and if you've been working on letting them go, this is not an overnight process, okay? Some people, it may take weeks, months, or even years to let go of soul ties, to disseminate that energy or diminish that energy. So you might need to maybe release some relationships, or you might need to release any patterns or behaviors that you're bringing into your connections. That might be a theme too. Okay, are you able to be vulnerable with people, or are you not? You know what I'm saying? Are you walking on eggshells, or are you not? Is it a safe space for you, or is it not? Like, ask yourself these questions. That way you can come and be your authentic self with whoever it is that you're around. And then that'll also open you up to be allowed to invite new people in. Because if you're a person that has like PTSD from other connections and trust issues and all that stuff, you damn sure ain't gonna let nobody else new come in, and you might be missing out on a lot of opportunities. You might be missing on the opportunity of love. You know what I'm saying? Friendships, business partnerships, whatever ships you're looking for, okay? So 8th house. So if you have Aquarius in the 8th house, ooh, this is a deep one. This is like intimate. This is like intimate connections and stuff like that. Sorry, there's my cat. Jax! So you might have to release, maybe you have some emotional attachments to people, places, and things possibly here. So I would look at that. That might be related to some certain fears or something like that you may have, okay? And this could be hindering you from transforming into the person that you want to become. So I definitely would peep game on this house if I were you. I definitely would look into that, because you can really see what no longer serves you. You know, are you out there being like hot boy, hot girl summer? Like, what are we doing here? Like, are you just opening yourself up to hella energies, or like, are you being more closed off? Like, what's going on here, okay? Are you growing is really what it is, or are you staying in the same space, okay? 8th house is a deep house, so take it easy on that one. 9th house. So we do have the moon in Sag right now. So this is like Sag energy, 9th house. But anyways, it's about to go into Aquarius. So full moon Aquarius. If you have Aquarius here, morals, values, and beliefs. Are you releasing, you know, the limiting beliefs? Like, do you have any limiting beliefs? You know what I'm saying? That you could release. That way you can expand your mind, maybe learn some things. Like I said, it's good to, like, you don't want to, how do I say this? It's hard when you sit in a position where you're trying to know everything, because then that could actually be, you could be putting yourself in a detriment. I mean, it goes deeper. I wish I could say more on that, but because that's like a whole nother conversation. But hopefully the ones that get it, get it. But it's also good to be in the know. That way you can just expand your horizons, aka not really put yourself in a box or label yourself. You know, it's good to just get to know your characters, explore new philosophies and ways of living, and seek knowledge from different people or in different ways, and get outside of your comfort zone to learn something. This looks like, for example, let's say you only go to me for everything. Like, no, I want you to go out there, like go explore, go find other people. It might click with, you know, something else, like another subject I talk about, the way they explain it, it might click better with them versus me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's good to really get out there and get to know other people, what they got going on, okay? 10th house. So if you have Aquarius in the 10th house, this is like career and public image. So you might have, if you have any, like, check to see if you have any fears or any self-doubt. Like, are you scared to be the face of whatever business you're trying to build right now? Are you scared to just go online and, like, you know, start your business? Or are you scared to even put yourself in the forefront at your career right now? Like, no, I don't want to do that. It's too much responsibility. But yet you want more money, right? And you have the capability to do it, and you have the skill set to prove it. So what's really stopping you at the end of the day, right? So I would say just really embrace your unique professional path in this case. You like focus on really trying to stay positive in the 10th house, especially when it comes to your financial forecast. You know what I'm saying? You never know, like, someone within your community, let's say, for example, they know what you do, and then they can, like, be the word of mouth for you. Like, that's the oldest form of marketing ever. Like, yeah, I can see so-and-so doing that. Yeah, so I talked to this lady on the street, and she mentioned something. Do you do? Because I think you should do it. Like, you just never know. Okay? So full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius in the 11th house. So this is an Aquarian house. Okay, so you may need to, like, maybe release some conflicts within any group dynamics. Like, so are you walking into a room where the key is dull? Like, can you change, like, can you open the door, change the locks, lock the door when you leave, like, kind of energy? Or is it a dull key to where you sit in a room of people or a group of people and you get the same results? Like, you're not growing, you're not changing, you're not evolving. That means you have a dull key. You don't have the correct key to that room, so you need to maybe leave. So this is where you can release yourself from certain group dynamics that aren't healthy for you, okay? To where you can't grow because you want to go in a room where there's people where you can grow, and you're open to share what's going on in your goals, and you can share your wins without people getting jealous or mad or upset. It's like it's a collective growth. It's a room where you don't feel like you're getting bashed or belittled, or you got to really look at these groups, man. 'Cause I'm telling you, it's hard on these streets. It's hard out here in these streets. It's hard out here. Yeah. But seriously though, like, really check that when it's in the 11th house, okay? I don't know why that song came up. 12th house. So this is a Pisces house. Ooh, this is a deep house too. So you may need to look at to see if you need to release maybe some burdens, something maybe you could be holding on to, something like emotionally speaking, okay? That way you can really get connected to your spiritual side. Like, you know, sometimes you hear people say, yeah, I feel disconnected. Like, you guys always saying you're talking to somebody, or you feel this, or you got this sign. Like, I don't get anything. You could feel disconnected, right? So that just means you just need to connect to your higher self. You need to find ways to do that. So in the way that you do that is aka shadow work, and deal with breaking down you know, whatever it is that you're going through, like emotionally speaking, that could be hindering you from feeling like, okay, now I'm listening to my inner guidance system. Okay, now I trust my intuition and my ego. You know what I'm saying? Now I know this is my shadow side. This is how it operates. Like, you know, you'll get to know more of you, and you'll go based off of your inner guidance system versus off what someone else is trying to tell you how to do. So it's like, you got to seek inner peace when it comes to the 12th house. Like, you might be a person that might not want to be hanging around people in order while this full moon energy is coming out. You might want to just tap into self during this time. Okay, so let's kind of talk about that. I don't like to call it do's and don'ts, but I guess we can call it that. Just like a really quick breakdown, just all in all, after going through the houses, just kind of like set your intentions, you know, write down your goals, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, what you want to bring into your life, what you want to release, you know, and show love and gratitude for what you already have right now, because I feel like life can get so busy. And this could be as easy as like, oh, dang, going in like your bathroom cabinet or in your garage and figuring out, oh, I did have like a whole 10 rolls of toilet paper here or something like that. Like, I forgot I had that. You know what I mean? It's like we go so fast in life. It's like you forget. You may have already had something. Like, you overlook it and then you got to buy it again. Like, it's weird. Like, it's just little stuff like that. But I'm just giving you an example. But like, walking gratitude for everything that you have now, because you probably have some good stuff going on. Remember, it could probably be worse, right? So it's just time to let go of negativity, and this isn't easier said than done, of course. That's why I said it's good to have healthy outlets. What are some healthy outlets that you have for yourself that don't involve anybody else in order for you to do this? That way you can always know that you always have your own back. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, they come and they go. Okay, like, you can't depend on somebody else to be there, and you got to really, like, at this day and age, you got to be able to know how to have your own back and save yourself. That way you can save other people. That way you can pour into somebody else's chalice, you know what I'm saying? And help them out, you know. If you can meditate and all that stuff, you know, do activities that feel good for you, that work best for you. Whatever those good feel activities that you have, make sure you have a list of those things. It's really good to know. Hang out with family or friends or people that you know, like, and trust during this time too, for support. That way you don't have any like unnecessary drama that you got to deal with during the full moon, because you know how full moons, how people can get and stuff like that. Don't rush when you're making decisions. Really take your time. Try to avoid any arguments or confrontations if you can during a full moon. Let go of any old grudges that you may have. Try not to overindulge. You know, of course, balance is key. Just do what feels right for you, period. I mean, that's the most honest answer ever. Do what feels right for you, okay? Everybody's situation is different. Follow your gut, your intuition, and make this time for personal growth and self-reflection, period, okay? Now, I want to do a actual spread for the collective, so how about we do that? Okay. I already downloaded it. Yeah, so let's do a collective spread, guys. How about that? And I'm actually, because there's like, hold on. It's dark now, so I can actually... Hold on, people. Close that. I be feeling like people are staring at me and stuff through the mirror. It's weird. It's weird, Charlie. Alright. We're here. I have to make sure I'm still alive. Alright. Alright, guys, let's do a collective energy. And then I'll do, you guys know I always like to do the Tarotstrology, so I'll do that as well, like kind of what to focus on. Okay. All right. What do we need to see for the collective? For the full moon in Aquarius. What do we need to see for the collective as far as the energy? And full moon goes into Aquarius. This also will entail numerology as well. Oh. Alright. Yeah, I like that this came out. A lot of double numbers too. So we have appreciation, guys. Okay. So what I was saying earlier is just confirmation, walking in gratitude, and being appreciative of the things that you actually do have, and continue to take action. Don't forget to smell the roses on the way. You know, celebrate your small wins, even though it may not appear as if you have everything that you may need on a materialistic standpoint. You know, just know that the small wins can even be, how do you feel? You know, what are your emotions intact? Are they in check? Do you even have emotional intelligence to, you know, move forward? Or are you stuck in some kind of rut all the time? Like, it's like paying attention to even those things could be small wins. Like, oh, I feel better when I do this, or I feel better when I'm around that, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to that. And that's what the number 5 is, an emotional feminine number. So whenever these changes are happening, like, check how you're feeling and then congratulate yourself for, you know, this looks like saying like, yeah, I could have punched that person in the mouth or something like that, but I didn't. I let karma handle it. You know, they didn't bring me to my old ways. I worked way too hard on myself to go backwards. So I'm actually so happy because, you know, it could have been way worse, right? Stuff like that we have to like kind of remember to like congratulate ourselves. We've came a long way. Like, we could have reacted and responded in a totally negative fashion, which could have jacked us up even more and created more squares and challenges. So we have to really like sit in the present and be like, whoo, I handled that real good. Like, I chose the higher road. I feel good about myself because people don't know my struggle or where I came from, because I can go, you know, I can go this way, you know what I'm saying? But I chose to go this way instead, you know, that way instead. So yeah, knowing the duality of life. I feel like we're living in this right now. A lot of 222 energy has been playing out. Yin and yang, okay? The duality of life. Some of you guys could be Master 22. But it's just really recognizing you, and also, like I said earlier, it's kind of like making sure you know your shadow and when to let it come out, because the release of the shadow energy, honey, okay, from the Saturn and Uranus kind of a vibe of what Aquarius brings. So it's like making sure you know your shadow and how to control it, aka your ego, whatever you guys want to call it. It's good to get intimate with your shadow, knowing the duality of life, seeing the duality within the people, places, and things that are also around you, because it's 22, okay? So paying attention to that, the dark and the light. There's always going to be the dark and the light. It's all about how you react and respond. How you react and respond, okay? Period. We have that heart chakra, whether you like it or not. I've been saying this because Venus is retrograding right now. Whether you like it or not, and the relationship factors being strung about too, as far as not just Venus energy, but North Node and South Node being activated. South Node in Libra, house of relationships. So it's really important to peep game on your connections and your heart chakra. Are you operating out of love, or are you not? You never know how love's gonna come in with that number 3. This could be something that you're passionate about, or that you started to create or tap into. You might fall in love with something that you do now during this day and age. That could open up your heart chakra. It could be people. It could be, you know what I'm saying? The 3 is like, it can come at you in so many different ways as far as finding out love or cracking open your heart chakra per se, I would say. And then 8 is just more of like an emotional number. It's a feminine energy, so it's like being attached to that thing. But 38 equaling 11, it's like, ooh, it's like actually feeling the love. When you do things out of love, you feel so much better, and then you get the same love back. You're like, oh, and it just makes you want to keep going and take action. You know what I'm saying? And just go, go, go. So we have, if you think 11, 22, maybe master numbers there. I don't know, something could be materializing or manifesting. But this is like making sure you love on yourself though too. Like love on yourself. Self-love is going to be key. Okay, so what are those activities that allow you to really love yourself? Even though you may have made a mistake or you went backwards on something, but you can always change it, right? You can always just go forward again. Like, you know what put you in a detriment, so get yourself out of that. You know what I'm saying? So that you can go back to feeling good again. Go back to loving yourself again. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very, very important that we do that, okay? I like this too with the with Metatron here. Yeah, Archangel Metatron. Card number 40, okay? This is like taking action on life, like really still going forward, no matter what we see on the dark side of the world, but there's always still the light side too, so we can't give up. It's just that you may now have the ears to hear and the eyes to see through the BS, right? And so you can't get rocked to sleep. Now it's like you know how to move forward. You know how to move up, down, left, right. That's why I said pay attention to what's playing out, like all the distractions and the psyops and things of that nature. That way you can be like, oh, I know what they did there. Okay, moving on, right? Like, you don't have to announce it to the world that you know these things, but you can help you, your family, your loved ones, your kids, whatever, to move through. And then once you guys have a positive solution or a positive experience from it, then I would say, hey guys, well, this is what we did, and this is how we got off our feet, or this is, it might work for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So anywho, then you could be a teacher or, you know, a counselor, or you could just be telling your community on how to do better with whatever aspect of life that was, okay? So we do have here a woman holding a heart as well, 44. Very angelic energy here is what I'm feeling. This is like loving, finding love and comfort within your home. Home could be your chakras. Home could be, like I said, unblocking your chakras and like really aligning with home, you, yourself. Aligning with self is also be physically your home, your foundation, your structure. Building that, putting love into it, putting your foot in it is like they call it. You know what I'm saying? And every second that you have is going to count. Because you never know what's going to happen in an hour. You never know what's going to happen like at night and the next day. Like, you just don't know, right? So it's like putting all that love into the things that you do, say, of being, the way of being, okay? When you operate more in your authentic self, you don't care about what anybody else thinks. It actually feels like you're freeing yourself even more so. Like, I don't care, this is me. This is how I like to dress. This is how I talk. This is how I walk. This is what I like to do. You know, I ain't hurt nobody. It makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, so woman holding a heart could even mean like holding space for you, always holding space for yourself, because all these carved hearts that are within the heart. That way you can allow maybe an extra energy of love to come in. You know what I'm saying? That way you can pour into someone else's chalice whenever need be, and it's not biased or you're not projecting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that way you can operate more of love. A lot of love energy here. A lot of love energy. And this could also mean too, like, don't try and hide yourself too much from the world just because you see the dark side of everything. Like, you have to still wake up and live life, and we still got to participate in some form or fashion, right? So allowing yourself to really open your heart. You know, we have to have these experiences to really figure out who we are. So try not to like protect yourself or shield yourself so much from the world to where you don't experience anything, because we have to, you know, it might not be a good experience, but we have to have that experience. Some things are fated to happen anyway, so that you can learn from them, and that's how we grow and evolve and move forward, right? So we got to be smart about the decision that we're making. We have thinking woman as well that came through. Okay, so during this full moon energy, as you're releasing, it's like you learning yourself all over again. Okay, this is a wise, educated woman. It doesn't have to mean actual, like, it's not a gender specific, but this is having that mental agility to really get through. Right now, it's like literally your mental is everything. I'm telling you, like, this is not for the weak, it's not for the meek, the times that we're in right now. And it's really going to show. So I would say start with your mental, okay? Your spirit controls your mind, and your mind controls your body. So it's like, if you can control this right here, then you'll be fine with everything else. You know what I'm saying? But if you lose this, I mean, it's a battle. It's going to be a huge battle. So with the number 47, taking action, like this could be, like I said, learning some new knowledge or being open to different perspectives. changing your perception, releasing old patterns, behaviors, vices, whatever, things that didn't work, even with like, you know, old family dynamics that you can be passing down that they just might not work during this time. You know what I'm saying? These are different times that we live in. So you might have to release those things. So it's like she's holding these books and learning. Okay, you might have to take some courses, you know, doing your own due diligence, doing your own research, things of that nature. So some cute little reminders for us, which is good for the full moon energy. Love it. You guys know I like my favorite deck, my Spirit Cosmo deck. So we will be doing this. Let's do the Tarotstrology. So this is where I incorporate tarot and astrology. So let me see. Hold on, let me skip to the day as far as the aspects that are playing out during the full moon. So the moon goes into Aquarius on the 31st. And then here we go with the first full moon. Hey, what just happened? Oh. What did I just do? Hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay. Woo! We have the Fat Fire Stellium playing out. A lot of Virgo energy. Mercury's going to be opposing Saturn. Oh, we have Mars trining with Jupiter, so that's good. All right, let's see what comes out. Give us energy on how to move for the full moon in Aquarius. As far as aspects and planets. Full moon in Aquarius. Collective. Equal give and take. Love that that popped out. Okay. So lots of changes coming through. Okay. Got a lot of cards that are sideways. There we go. Mostly all upright. So that's grand. These are sideways. This is reverse. All right. So, ooh, we have the Chariot card in reverse. This is literally kind of goes hand in hand with the video I was talking about earlier today on my other TikTok. I did a couple of tweets about this too. It's kind of like, you know, as we're here, we're trying to hop in the driver's seat of our life. We're all trying to figure out who we are. We're all seeing things playing out. We're doing the best with what we can, right? It doesn't necessarily help when the fear-mongering is playing out, especially in intimate spaces as far as even the spiritual community or the people that are around you. Like, it gets even harder. It's like you think you can go to someone that is, per se, woke like you, and then it's like at the end of the day, it's like they're judging you, or they're trying to tell you how to drive your car, or they're trying to tell you what's negative, what's positive. Oh no, do it this way, that's wrong. Or, you know, instead of just saying, hey, well, this is how I look at it, or this is my perspective, I'm just throwing it out there, but I'm not knocking you for your morals, values, and beliefs. You know, I just did maybe some research, and this is how I formulated my own morals, values, and beliefs. Like, we should all have our own morals, values, and beliefs. Like, I feel like it's turning more into like a cult thing or something. Like, it's like, it's like putting people in a box. Like, last time I checked, we all need to be individuals and not tell each other how to drive their own vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty much what this is giving. Chariot in reverse. You know, so if you can be around people where you can agree to disagree, but you guys see each other's points, but it's like, okay, we can move on though. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like anything of intellect, right? Emotions, that's like personal stuff, but like anything of intellect, that's totally different. And then you can really talk about other things and still be friends or lovers or co-workers, or, you know what I'm saying? Or acquaintances or whatever have you. And it doesn't affect anything. So, because there's a lot more, it's a lot more than what's playing out on the surface. Okay, it goes way deeper, and I feel like that's what's missing. It's like there's a lot of superficial conversations, a lot of gossip, just people talking about one another, but no one's giving solutions and no one's helping each other how to heal. Like, it just gets real deep. Like, it's deep. The stuff that we're into, right? Some form of fashion, we have to participate in stuff that we don't want to, but it's like, we need more people so we can come together and get out of it. You know, this looks like, I've seen, since the moon's in Sag, I've seen this playing out last night on a live. Everyone's like, yeah, we need, on August 1st, let's all like quit working and let's all like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, we all need everyone to come together and do it. And people are scared. There's fear. There's doubt of losing material possessions and items, being attached to those things, right? So just to give you an example of what I'm talking about. So it just goes deeper. So we just need to like, it's good to, like I said, be in the know, but there's always a deeper meaning behind everything that's playing out. Okay, I'm talking, you can use whole like gematria, astrology, all that stuff, from the numbers to the colors. There's always something deeper, and that's why I think a lot of people during the full, when the moon, right now where it's at, it's like everyone's dissecting all these movie titles and all these news headlines, and some people that you can't rock them to sleep. Like they see beyond, they see beyond, they see it in between the lines. Okay. The veil is gone. So we also have 5 of chalices as well. So this is kind of pretty much reminding us, letting us know, you know, release old patterns, behaviors, vices, you know, that where we look at the cup as half empty. Like, are you pouring into other people and they're not pouring into you? I mean, maybe you might need to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, or let go of that, whether it's a person, place, or a thing. You may need to let go of something where it's not filling you up. It's actually, it keeps putting you in a detriment or in a wheel or in a cycle or this emotional pattern. You know what I'm saying? It's putting your feelings down. It's not filling you up. So recognize what those things are, because that's a lot of heavy Pluto, Scorpio energy right there. If you want to change and transform, you kind of have to, it's like the destruction of how you see the world is playing out, or some pieces of us have to just be destructive. These are the Tower moments. These are the 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords energy. You got to let something go. You got to release something. You got to end something. You got to make something shift if you want to see a new version of you, period, right? So on to better news with all these changes that are happening. Like I said, we see the world happening, all around us, right? So as the world is changing, because it's so sideways, and the world is changing, we have to recognize that, you know, there's a lot of things that are happening. And within the midst of that, you can't allow it to stop you. You can't allow what's playing out to stop you from doing you, okay? To stop you from creating, to stop you from thinking, to stop you from, you know, just being who you are. Because at the end of the day, it's kind of like people are just doing with what's easy to make $1 or whatever have you. I'm not knocking you. Like, do what you got to do to get your money and feed your kids and stuff like that. But also too, you know, have a balance. Make sure that you are operating in a way where maybe there's something that you know or something that you can do, whether it's a gift, talent, skill, or something like that, that you can bring to the forefront. You never know. It could be very life-changing for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? And then that'll give you more of the freedom, more, you know, money gives us options so that you can carry out whatever it is that you want to carry out in the world. So don't forget about that. Just, we got to be, you know, have a little bit of discipline. That is Saturn energy coming through with this full moon. So staying disciplined, staying focused, you know, on your own tasks at hand, staying focused on what's on your plate and not worrying about what someone else is eating at the end of the day. Okay. Like really worrying about you and going forward and taking action on that with 3 of Wands energy, being the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, this is going to be very, very important. Making sure you're also paying attention to your surroundings with the number 3 of who's around you. Okay, this is also Aries energy. So utilizing that confidence, that emperor kind of an energy, that vibe to go after. Like if you have a vision, go towards it. Don't give up on it. Take action. 3 of Wands is a person that just, they don't give up. Okay. This is you maybe having an idea and kind of like starting it up. Now it's like, okay, where are you going to pass the baton to? Are you going to create some structures? Are you going to have talk to a group of people where there's reciprocity? 6 of Pentacle energy. You might need a team. Okay. You might need to talk to a team of people. This is Mercury energy. Taurus can be second house, like second house things like your morals, values, beliefs, the things that you value, material possessions, to bring that in. You might need a team of people to help you out with that. Okay. You might need someone to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? The giving and receiving of it all. Okay. Look how he's like lifting her up from the ledge. So making sure there is reciprocity, there is support. It's equal give and take. You don't have to question it. It just happens. One hand washes the other without even thinking about it. You know, this is what I feel like everyone should strive to try and connect with, is people like that. You know what I mean? But it's like I know it's tricky, but we have to keep trying, right? So this is where strength comes in. We got to have the strength to keep going forward. Some connections that we have might fail. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you meeting different versions of you, different reflections of where you're at. If you really if you look at it like that, I don't know, that's what kind of helped me. Like, I look like, why am I attracting this person? Is there something in me that I need to work on? Why am I attracting this person? Why am I attracting that person? I feel like as you go through life, you meet different versions of yourself in some form or fashion. It's like there's a connection there. So I always look at the man in the mirror. I try not to go too hard on that, but you know, it helps me out, because the more I continue to point it back at myself and work on myself, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll be able to decipher, like, wait, no, they need some shadow work or some healing, or okay, I already healed that part of it. Okay, all right, it's not me on that. In that case, it ain't me. You know what I mean? And then I like move on. That's what gives me the strength, you know what I'm saying, to go forward. And it also gives me, you know, that Leo energy, right? To still, I may look intimidated or hard, but I'm really soft on the inside. I'm really loving and caring and all the things. But I might come as like, you know what I mean, fire. Because I'm very passionate about what I do or what I say. This looks like me like cussing about something that I'm like super into or whatever, just going in on it and talking about it, right? It's just being very passionate about it. But it gives me the strength to allow myself to open myself up to new energies, to see where their mind's at. Can I talk about stars, moons, and quasars? Are you supporting me? You know, do you motivate me? Can I learn something from you? Is this like a equal give and take here, or is it not? You know what I mean? So it allows us to really still give us that, you know, bring that strength back, bring your power back, okay? Because we have to really come together. Divine masculine needs divine feminine. Divine feminine needs divine masculine. We all need to balance out within ourselves. We need to do shadow work. That way we can come together and create some shit. We can really celebrate life. We just need more people like that, man. And this is Cancer energy too, 3 chalices. This is like how we build our foundation, how we bring in support, security, stability, how we nurture that aspect of ourselves. So during this full moon, you know, if you ain't got that, you know what I'm saying, then focus on you and what you got going on so you can build yourself up, period. Okay? You're not alone. Okay? And once you do that, then boom, King of Pentacles comes in. Now that you got yourself together, you have the support, security, stability, and all of those things, maybe you might be able to teach a friend, or you might be able to show a family member, or you might be able to teach, you know, somebody online, or create courses, write a book, you know, whatever it is for you. This is Taurus energy. So this is where you bring in the material possessions and whatever. It's like once you operate more in your authentic self and do things that feel good to you, you're actually working more for your higher self, or people say like the God complex or God, you know, whatever you believe in, versus like just doing it the opposite way, which is working for the devil. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like everything will kind of come to you without you going to search for it, if that makes sense. Okay. So now I'm going to do the wheel, guys. So that was the collective. So let's bust out the wheel. Who wants the wheel? All right. So the wheels for each individual sign, I'm going to do all the way from Aries to Pisces. Everything will be time stamped, guys. That way you can refer back to it. So this will be a 1-card pull, or whatever comes out. I'm trying to see, should I do oracles, or chakra, or tarot, Lenormand. went back to Lenormand. Yeah, let's do Lenormand. Let's switch it up. And I'll probably do... yeah, I could use my deck. Let's do it. Ain't nothing to it but do it. All right, yeah, so we'll pull both for each sign. So first we have Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All right, what do we have for Aries? Boom. Ooh, look at that, number 1. So utilizing your rainbow energy. Yes, we are live. Thanks for tuning in. So Aries, utilizing your rainbow energy. So this is number 1, taking action on your passions, your creative gifts, talents, or skills. This is you like making sure that you're expressing yourself in the most authentic way. I feel like here, and you also have the number 9 too. Okay, now as far as releasing old patterns, behaviors, and beliefs and things of that nature, and utilizing your rainbow energy, you'll be able to do these things and have new things come in for you. So I like this, Aries. It's beautiful. Also, this could be a message that could be coming through for you, because I don't know if you see, but she has an envelope in her hand too. So you could be receiving these, either they're downloads from your higher self or uploads or whatever you want to call it, channeling, or this could literally be like good news coming to you. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as, hey, you know, you got a direct deposit of $1,000, or this could be like, you know what I'm saying, you got that job, or you got that car, or whatever it is for you. Like you could receive some message. It could be from a person, or through the mail, text message. So check your emails and things of that nature and see what comes for you. The more you're operating your more authentic self, and you're riding this unicorn of life and operating your rainbow energy and creating magic squares for yourself, I feel like good things are going to be happening for you. So this is like, think of it like you're on a new journey right now, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This could be a new journey for you. This could be new beginnings for you. This could be you going forward with something. It's like you're starting over. It's like, aka like maybe hitting the reset button after this full moon comes through for you. Let's see what tarot we have for you. This could even be you being a person that is giving the message too. You could be the messenger, okay, of telling people like how you were able to be prosperous in whatever, you know, part of your life you're in right now. Okay, so you could be the messenger, you could be the teacher, you could be the scholar. What do we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising? Receiving justice. Love it. So I like this for you. This is you finding balance. And it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There could be even some legal matters that are now like coming out in your favor as well whenever the justice card does come out. But this is Libra energy, so it's like balancing the scales. Finding a balance between whatever it is that you're tapping into right now and balancing yourself out. I like this energy for you. You know, this is good karma that's coming in for you. So whatever you're putting out, then that's good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is, whether this could be information or energy or whatever have you, it's coming back to you tenfold. I think this is why this rainbow energy came out too. And also too, maybe there's some lessons that still need to be learned, of course, in life. Like I said, we're all healing and we're all learning. Earth is school anyways. So there's some things that you could always learn too. It's like that cause and effect energy. Just Aries, you know, sometimes you guys like to do things, but you might do things without thinking of the consequences. So making sure you know there's a cause and effect to everything that's playing out. So I like this though. You're coming up with more resolutions, or you're more solution based. Love the balancing energy here. It's like you're trying to play fair. And also this is it's an ask again card if you have a question. Okay, so a lot of air energy. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Venus is in Aries. Retrograde is already in effect and feeling it. Yeah, everyone's feeling it, honey. I know. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, honey, okay? Straight up. Yeah, it's really a testing grounds, I feel like. Because the North Node is also in Aries, too. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, Taurus, you have some communication that's coming in for you, okay? Something that you're taking action on right now. This could be like a new job, could be from a person, or this could be you communicating and conversing with somebody else that's around you, okay? They want to come in, they really have something to say. Or you could be receiving messages. Messages as far as something, this could be like work related, something you're taking action on. Like either like if you're at work, this could be from a boss, a coworker, or this could be someone like within your living quarters, like someone that's always around you or with you, okay? They got something to say. Now let's pull up the tarot and see what they're talking about. What do we have? Let's see. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Taurus. Taurus, Nine of Cups. Oh, okay. So this is you receiving some type of wish fulfillment that's coming through for you, Taurus, with this Nine of Cups energy. Whether, like I said, this could be a job, this could be a new connection, relationship, or a person, or something, person, place, or thing coming in for you here. Could be something that you've been trying to manifest, and now it's actually materialized. It's coming through for you. So I like this, okay? This is what makes you feel good. So whatever recently has made you feel good, or something that will be making you feel good, you might have to release a person, place, or thing, and then that's going to make you feel good. That's going to bring in the happiness for you as far as a fulfillment, or this could already been happening, like some type of achievement or something to where like you're like, thank you, God. Like you're walking in gratitude, like something happened or it's about to happen. It could have already just happened. I'm reading it now in real time. Something recently, a major shift for you that could have occurred, or this could be something that's coming through for you for the full moon. Woo, I felt that. Gemini, it's like a release. It's like a weight. Something's like a weight that lifts off your shoulder. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Look at that. So you've got the ring here. The ring could stand for a commitment. This could be a marriage or proposal if you want to think like that. But you guys know I like to read for you. But it could be coming towards you, or this is you staying committed to something as far as how you feel about a person, place, or thing with that number 2. And it's also number 5 as well. Very emotional numbers. So committing to yourself emotionally, speaking about something, depending on how something makes you feel, to bring in that new beginning with that ace here. Okay, so whatever it is that you're feeling, this could be a feeling of loving on yourself, or loving on someone around you, or just or something that you're creating with that number 5, something that you're birthing. You know what I'm saying? This could be you making sure you commit to that person, place, or thing. That way you can have a new beginning within that space within your life. So you know what that could be for you, whether it's a person, place, or thing. So let's go ahead and pull up the tarot. That's a good one. So stay committed, Gemini. Don't give up on yourself. Whatever it is that you're releasing for the full moon, like stay with it. Like don't go backwards, is what it's saying. That way you'll have new beginnings with that ace to come in. But it has to do something with how it's depending on how a person, place, or thing makes you feel, because it's number 25, and the 5 could be something that you're creating, something that you're birthing, something new you're bringing around, and then number 2 could be somebody that could be around you or something like that, but they're making you feel something. Gemini, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. Bring the love, girl. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. And you're a Cancer rising. Okay, let's see what your tarot card is. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Ooh, you got 2. So we have the Hangman and Judgment, okay? So yeah, so right now you could be feeling judged as far as this could be someone else. It's like you need to make a decision on committing to a person, place, or thing possibly here. But I feel like they could need some healing, or you can need some healing, or you could be a healer of that person, place, or thing. I feel like options, if your options are open, I feel like you're gonna have options. Like that's that Judgment card. You need to make a choice though. You definitely need to make a choice. Are you gonna commit to this person, place, or thing? Whatever it is that you're doing for yourself. Now, if you want to, you can look at it as somebody else, but I feel like here it could also just be you. You know, is there someone that you need to forgive? Is there, you know, do you have a calling for something, to do something in life? Do you feel like you have a calling to do it? Like this could be some form of like redemption or rebirth of energy from you, because you also have the Hangman too, which is a spiritual journey that you could be going through right now during this time. Okay, you might be going through spiritual awakening. And so if you recognize, are you stagnant or are you stuck? And this is where you may need to pause. This is where you may need to reflect, release, remove, so that you can commit to self, whatever it is, if you're dealing with a person, place, or thing. So what does this look like in real life? Let's give you a couple examples. If you're dating right now, you might, is this person good for you? You may need to release a person, place, or thing. That way a good thing or new person can come in that's actually for you, that'll actually commit to you. That's what the ring is there, right? Or this can look like, is there an old pattern behavior or something that you're doing to where it keeps you stuck and stagnant right now? You know, recognize the stuck energy. You know, is something just not going anywhere? You may need to revamp something and commit to a new way of doing something. You know, that way you can feel, it's like you're calm. Like, pay attention to how you're feeling whenever you're tapping into something. Because, you know, think of Hangman with that light around them. It's like you're going to have a light bulb moment, or you just may feel enlightened about something. Okay, so pay attention. So what were you doing before retrograde season? What were the things that what kind of new decisions did you make? Okay, were they good decisions for you? You'll be able to see that come this full moon. You might feel this energy now, and you'll be like, I'm glad I didn't make that decision, because look where I'm at now. Or actually, damn, I'm mad I did that, because now look where I'm at. Now I gotta, you know what I mean? So you'll be able to see, it's like shifting your mindset, shifting your perspective, allowing yourself to really see, like having new ways of thinking, like new patterns, behaviors, the Hangman. Because if you're stuck or you're in a loop with a person, place, or thing, whether this is a pattern, a belief, a vice, or a person, or whatever, if you are stuck in a loop and it's stagnant, it's not going anywhere, well, maybe you need to release a person, place, or a thing, right? So this is kind of like opening up. Are you going to open up to self? Are you going to take the time out to do that? Are you going to commit to self for this new beginning? Love it. And your answer, you have yes and maybe that came out. But I feel like once you commit to making a decision, you're going to have a good new beginning, period. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Man, that came out fast. Ooh, you got number 2. Cancer, you're thinking hard about something or someone with this number 2 here. It's like you see the duality within life. You see both sides, and you're wishing for something. You want something to happen, or you're in that energy of like you want a breakthrough or something to pop or something different, or like you just want something fresh, new. So you could be really focusing on something very heavily right now. I don't know if you're trying to, whatever you're trying to materialize or bring in for yourself. This could be, you know, we're all focused on finances right now. So this could be money or material possessions, or this could be love, or this could be a job, a house, a car, you know, a certain status or a career, or whatever it is for you. You're really like, you're putting a lot of time and energy into that, because you also have the number 6 here too. So it's like, you know, it's like you're trying to be creative and do many different things, or you could be tapping into many different energies to like test this out to see how is it going to materialize. But I feel like you shouldn't, or I should say when, you shouldn't focus on when it's going to happen. Just keep doing you. The more you just keep doing you, being authentically you, and the more you do focus on something, that it just may burst out. You know what I mean? You may have that breakthrough. I feel like you're just really wanting the reciprocity of it all too within life, that number 6. It's like whatever you dish out, you want to receive it back. It's like you don't want to waste time or energy or money on people, places, and things to where it's not reciprocated to you. It's like you could be wishing upon just simply that. It could just be as easy as that. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, damn, where's the love? Where's the love? Let's pull a tarot and see. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. This thing is like... All right. What do we have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising? Yeah, be patient. You have Temperance, okay? See, you could be focusing on something so hard that the more you focus on something, like let's say, for example, you could even be focusing on, you know, let's say you wish you had $10,000 or something like that. You know, the more you focus on that and you put all of your time and energy into it, you're actually pushing it further away from you. So what you want to do is just operate within self and stay in the present, and just as you do you and do your whatever gift, talent, skills, or whatever you do to make money or whatever it is, like you living your daily life. It's kind of like having a wish. You put it in a book, and then you just kind of like pray about it, and then you let it go or whatever. But I feel like you're always thinking about it. Like you're too much into something. You're doing too much with something. You got to be patient. You got to go with the flow. With that Temperance energy, you just be your warm fuzzy self. Have balance with your emotions as well, your divine feminine, divine masculine. Like you got to have a little bit of a balance. You're doing too much of something. You got to be patient. You got to kind of let things grow, or you may have to let someone or something, a person, place, or thing go during this full moon here in order for whatever you want to come in. Like patience is going to be your key. You have to be patient. I feel like you're pushing. It's like you're pushing or forcing something to like make it pop, but then you try and be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna force it. But yet you might, I don't know, you might be adding too many people in the mix too with this number 6. You might have to focus on your own creative endeavors. There's something that you're working on to where maybe put more focus in that to where it's like only you. You might be dabbling into too many things with too many different people as well. So it's like with that Temperance card too, like put yourself first. It also means that too, like put your endeavors first, or put yourself first, like build that up first or something like that. Because you could have a lot of chemistry with that number 6, but maybe do other things with other people in moderation until you like whatever you're trying to wish for or have, like you gotta maybe do it on your own. Like Spirit is telling you, like stop focusing on it like that. Like you could be, this looks like, let's say for example, you're a person that's trying to like have multiple streams of income. So you're like dabbling into like multiple different things, but nothing's really cracked for you because each thing doesn't get the same amount of love. So there's something that you could actually focus on, is what it's saying here, to where you can receive your wish fulfillment. But it has to do with you putting yourself first, like you doing something. It's like a solo mission. Like you're not going to be able to piggyback off somebody else and receive all this, whatever you're trying to get. You have to like do, it's something that you got to do for yourself. It's like a solo bolo mission. And then you can do all the other, you know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? I hope you get the message, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Shit. It's like something you got to do for you, and trust your gut and be patient with wherever you know that you're tapping into is the right way. Like you don't need Tom, Dick, and Harry to help you with it's your mission. It's God only gave you that vision and that mission, so it's like you got to carry that out first, and then woo, I think everything else is gonna come in. Yeah, what are you saying? A Gemini with too many balls in the air? Too many balls. Yeah, it's like having like, it's like trying to have your hands in too many pots. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's caught. It's like being thirsty for something, to have something, or to want something. Like you gotta like, I don't know, it's something. You gotta like fall back a little bit. You could be doing too much of something. Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Leo. Ooh, you have water. Just like water. So it's giving Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So you could feel something. You could feel very passionate about your creative endeavors, whatever talent, gift, or skill. Keep whatever it is that you feel good about, whatever it is that you're doing. Go in with that, because that can give you the security, support, and that you need to build your foundation. So whatever it is that you're tapping into, this is where you have power in, Leo. So it's whatever creative endeavors that you're tapping into, you need to be knee deep in these things. Like, it could be, maybe you have a t-shirt business, or maybe you've worked at a career for so long, or you've been a CEO, entrepreneur, at whatever business you have. Like, you're so knee deep into something. Like, keep going with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, especially if you're passionate about it. And then once you got that down and you know, like, let's say, for example, now look at it as, okay, so this is my game plan. I'm successful at doing it like this. Here's the skeleton bones of that. So let me duplicate it and duplicate it and duplicate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be really good at something. And you're like really deep. And this is where it's like you're so good at it. It's like you have power within whatever it is. It makes you feel good. You feel good. It's bringing in like money, support, stability. Shit, you're happy, everyone else is happy. Okay, let's see what we have as far as the card. Ooh. Oh, you could be denying your feelings. Oh, snap, because you have Queen of Swords in reverse. Ooh, so remember I said this is like deep Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That's a cup. You think of it like emotions, right? Those are our emotional zodiac. So, and then this comes out. Ooh, you could be denying yourself of your deepest feelings. This is like you looking like, appearing like you're being very selfish with your love box, or, you know, very like, you could be prejudiced. Like, you could be a person that's like, man, forget marriage or forget love. Like, I don't care about that. I'm more focused on building my businesses right now and screw everybody else. Like, you know how you Leos are. It could be just as simple as that. But also, too, in the midst of that, it could also be, I just feel like those cards together, you could be not taking care of your needs. So during the Aquarius full moon, as I stated, if you were here in the beginning, I was saying how this is more of like, it's a personal mission for everybody when the full moon goes into Aquarius, because Aquarius likes to neglect their own needs. So Leo, you may need to tap in with your goddamn emotions and be honest about how you're feeling about people, places, and things that are around you, instead of hiding them or isolating or not being compassionate in that department with yourself. Like, you gotta really figure these things out on why you could. This is giving like a blocked chakra. I mean, heart chakra. I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, so there might be a circumstance you have to deal with, like an experience that you could have had in your past relationships or past traumas or something like that, to where you're like, yeah, nah, screw that. I'm just gonna focus on the bag or something like that. Screw my emotions. Screw how I feel. Like, it's like the more you keep hiding from your emotions, you're just running from yourself. And so every time you do meet somebody, you're still gonna meet the same circumstance because you're not dealing with it. So there's something you gotta deal with. You gotta release something, like let it out, cry it out, something. Tell somebody you love them or you want to be with them or some shit. It's something with the emotional department there, buddy. Don't hide how you feel, because you're just eating yourself away. Like, it's just eating at you. You keep ignoring it and hiding from your emotions. It's not good. This might sound weird, but I love when women tap on the cards with their fingernails. Like ASMR. Someone told me that, like, what was it, like months ago, I should do ASMR. It's so funny. All right, Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. Virgo. Okay, Virgo, somebody needs to say something to you, or you need to say something to somebody. You're taking action towards a person, place, or thing. There's a conversation that needs to be had. It could be somebody that's around you right now, okay? They could be being like sneaky or manipulative, or that could be you with that number 7 here. It's like you got to take action. It's like you may have to initiate a conversation, I should say. I don't know about anybody around you, but except for because of the number 2. So it could be in your surroundings, but you might need to initiate a conversation or do something totally different outside of the box, because this is owl energy. So you might do something that you've never done, unexpected energy. Utilize this Uranus energy during the full moon. You might have to let somebody go. You might have to tell somebody about themselves. You might have to be like, yeah, no, I can't do this anymore. You might have to talk to yourself, the man in the mirror, okay? Let me get you a tarot card here too. Yeah, you might have to just really just lay it on yourself. This could be releasing a pattern, behavior, vice, person, place, thing, belief, moral, value, something you gotta let go. You gotta tell yourself something, or somebody around you with that number 2, because it's causing you to move in a way where it could appear as sneaky. Let me get a tarot card for you. Or you might look very secretive. Yeah, look at that, Knight of Wands in reverse. So now putting it together, it's like you could be, this is a desire, like you want some type of change in your life. What are you working on right now? Are you working on an opportunity? Are you working on building a family? Are you working on trying to get married or be engaged? Or are you in a relationship? Or what are you working on right now? Something that you're working on. It's giving anxious, like you're very anxious. Major Virgo energy, very anxious. Don't get worried now. Virgos, you guys are worry warts. So it's like there's something that you need to, you're trying to change it really quick too. Like you might have to change your perspective or the way you go about something. Like you might have to recognize that whatever efforts you're putting into something might not be working out for you, Virgo. So it's time to prep. I feel like you want to transform, because that owl, seeing an owl in, like, especially in the daytime, is rare. Look up an owl. You might get something else deeper from that too. Might be your spirit animal or something. Sorry, bro. That's all I have for you. There's some. You could have like a transformative conversation with somebody who's gonna change your life or something like that. You know what I mean? But you gotta listen though. You gotta pay attention to the signs and synchronicities and stuff like that. Or this could be you. You know what I'm saying? Like you doing something that's gonna transform somebody else's life in the midst of that. It's like you're so excited and anxious about it. It's like, but you gotta, don't move. You can't move too fast. Knight of Wands energy is fire energy. It moves really quick. So if when you move too fast, you might miss all the details. You might, you know, you might forget to cross all your T's, dot all your I's, because Mercury is about to go retrograde too. Damn, that's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7. That's gonna be 8 planets retrograde. Yeah, Mercury retrograde right around the corner, and it's in Virgo right now too. Anyways, okay, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, ASMR. Yeah, people love ASMR. What happened to that? Now it's like all like TikTok. Now it's like AI bots. Nobody does the ASMR videos anymore. I don't see them. Unless there's like some whole other algorithm. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Libra. So, okay, Libra, there's something that you could be learning something. Like this is you like going to class or attending something. It's like, or you're gatekeeping some type of information, or there's something that you know or something that you feel, because you also have the number 6 here too, also with the number 2. You might have like your feelings could be locked away in a box. And Libra, that sounds like it could be you. Like you don't like to talk about your emotions. So it's like you've hidden a lot of things. You might have to unlock that. You might have to end that type of a cycle. You might have to just release your emotions during this time as well. Something that you know, something that you feel. I don't know how this will play out for you because you have the number 6 there too. This could be about somebody that you feel that's around you, or somebody that you feel it's like you can't tell them. And so what do? You transmute the energy into like giving them something. Number 6. Like, you know, Libra energy, buying love, buying your way in, or just being too giving, people-pleasing energy. Make sure it's an equal give and take over there, honey, okay? You might have to end that. End something with a person, place, or thing. Release something. Say it with your chest, Libra. Say it with your chest. Let me get you a tarot first, but that's the Lenormand coming through. And this can also pertain to like knowledge, like gatekeeping some type of knowledge. Like you might know something that nobody else knows. You know what I mean? Like, like something that happened. And you're trying to like keep it locked away. Secretive. It's giving secretive. That's why I said gatekeeping. Libra, sun, moon, rising. Hermit. Yep. So you not talking about your feelings is causing you to be in hermit energy. It's causing you to feel lonely because you're gatekeeping whatever it is. You could be feeling something about a person, place, or a thing. Okay, this makes you very sad because you can't be open with your feelings. Like this looks like, you know how you might like somebody, but yeah, you probably express that to them, but the world doesn't know it behind closed doors. So something could have happened, but they maybe didn't want you or marry you or be with you or whatever. And it's like you had to like keep that locked up in a safe. So it's like, damn, now I can't do anything. Like I'm gonna try a different way. Like you're gonna start knocking on the door in different ways. You feel sad about it. I don't know. It's making you feel a little lost. Like you gotta either release this person, place, or a thing, whatever it is. This could be a pattern of behavior or something that you do on the sly, like nobody knows about, like something like and you gatekeep it, whatever it is. Like you could appear one way and then in private it's something else, but it's eating at you, it's eating away at you. This could be a vice, a pattern of behavior. Like I said, it allows you to be withdrawn from the world. You could also be dealing with Virgo because it's hermit energy, Virgo. It's like you don't feel like you fit in, or you're trying to find a way to fit in. You're trying to find your way. If that makes sense, Libra. You're not clear about something. All right, that's Libra. Asking Libra to make a decision, right? I haven't had much luck with that. No shade on Libras out there. Love Libras. Right. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. Yeah, Libras, you know, they can appear as indecisive. It's the air quality that they have, the air trait. But depending on someone's chart, they may actually be a decisive person, depending on their moon or their right. You know what I mean? It's like the whole chart matters. Not all Libras are the same. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. Scorpio, woo! Look at that. So you got a lot of decisions. You got a lot of opportunities. I see so many numbers in here that we can bounce off of. You got number 9 right away, that something needs to end. Something needs to go away. Like whether it's a pattern, behavior, belief, whatever it is, something needs to, you need to let go of it. You need to like get out of that cycle. You're in some kind of repetitive cycle you need to let go of, because this is why it has to deal something with like your home, family, security, stability. You're building your foundation with this number 4 here. Those are numbers that came right out to me. I don't know, whatever you see. And also I see number 11 here too. You need to take action on it, like major action, or you could be a master number 11 or something like that, but you need to make a decision on it here too. Okay, now it can be causing lots of emotion. Look at that. 39. Okay, so I like these numbers actually. No, we're not going to say emotion. These are more like androgynous. So it's like anything can happen when you roll the dice, right? So whether this is you trying multiple businesses or multiple creative adventures or multiple ways on how to get money or something like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like something, like you got to keep trying something until you find your niche within relationships, business partnerships, your financial sector, something. You gotta keep trying, like keep going. You gotta keep, and it's not gonna play out on how you think, because you have 39. That's neither feminine nor masculine numbers, because 369 could also be a theme too for you. 369, maybe that means something for you. So it's like you have a lot of opportunities that could come, but you have to take action. It's like you got to take action and roll the dice. Try and see what works for you. So this looks like, okay, this is how I used to go for a certain person as far as like a business partner or a love relationship. But no, I have to not go at it in that perspective. I have to try and find a way to get what I want in a different fashion. Like whatever I want to come to me is not going to be my actual cup of tea. It might be in a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? Or as far as like businesses, maybe there's certain gifts, talents, or skills or knowledge that you may have, but what didn't work before, you might have to try something else. You might have to try this or try that and see what sticks. Kind of, this is what it's giving. It's giving see what sticks. Roll the dice, right? But there's so many different things that you can do. It's like you have so many gifts, talents, or skills. It's like, but what do you want to put your time and energy into? You know what I'm saying? That way you can celebrate life. Let's see what the Tarot has for you. Yeah, there's like so many things that you can be doing, but what do you want to put your time and energy into? Okay. Yes, it's like pushing yourself out of the comfort zone. Get uncomfortable. So roll the motherfucking dice. Let's see what we have for Tarot. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Yeah, you have the Lovers card in reverse. So it might not be talking about relationships because you have the Lovers card in reverse here. So it's finding what you love. Okay, like I said, when you roll the dice, your heart might get broken, or you might get upset, mad, irritated, frustrated, but whatever, you still get to roll the dice again. You still get to try again, aka try like something else again, like try something that works. Like you could be into so many different things, or you can know so much information, or know how to do so many things, but you got to take action on something. You know, with the Lovers card in reverse, it's like you gotta. You look non-committal to yourself if you're not tapping into something. Okay, you got to commit to something, test it out, try it out, and if that fails, try something else. Like just don't give up on yourself, because it's like once you do try something, you don't see everything in one accord. You don't see everything right away. That's Lovers in reverse. So then you might give up altogether and not do anything. So we don't want to go there. We want to bring in that air quality. This is a Gemini card. Utilize that mental agility and make smart moves. And you know you're smarter than the average bear. Use that Gemini energy, that Gemini intellect, and like get yourself out of that. Like I just feel like just snap out of it, Scorpio. I feel like you are getting in your own way with whatever it is that you're trying to do. You're thinking too much. You could be thinking too much about something. Like overanalyzing and overanalyzing, overthinking. You could be on that other side of the Gemini. You know what I mean? Thinking about too many things. Focus on one person, place, or thing. Ugh. All right, Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Ooh, so Sag, you need to look at things very closely with a magnifying glass, okay? And this could be around you. Whether this is your home, your foundation, or looking closely at self, like looking at the man in the mirror, or actually, I'd say both. Look at the man in the mirror and looking at what's around you, period, okay? With that 44. Because it's like you're taking a lot of action. You might not have any divine feminine energy in there. There might not be a balance of that. It's just masculine. You know what I mean? You might have to look at yourself. Let's see what the Tarot has. Oh, I get too far. Hold on. Wait, what do we have for Tarot for Sag? Popcorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Sagittarius. Yeah, it's something, your emotions. I bet you all really don't believe how psychic I am, for real. You have Queen of Cups in reverse. I literally just said this. Like literally, it's like too much masculine energy and your divine feminine energy is just depleted. Now, I don't care if you're a girl or a guy. We all have divine feminine, divine masculine energy within us, but I feel like you're running from yourself. There's no balance. You're always taking action and going places and doing what you want to do. And yeah, you could have all the money in the world and all this stuff, but it's giving, your emotions are just not there. Are you feeling anything, Sat? Hello? You know what I mean? So you can look like like you can look overwhelmed. You know how sometimes Sag, you guys can be so like in discovering your world and traveling and doing what you want to do and screw everybody else. You're like, it's saying like screw love right now, screw relationships right now. It's like you're literally in that can be overwhelming a little bit, because when you don't deal with your emotions, it plays out in other ways. You could be distracted right now too, or you just maybe look to people just for temporary relief. It's Queen of Cups in reverse. So, I mean, you look at yourself, you know, really deal with your emotions. Okay, now's the time. You might have to release some emotions about how you feel about a person, place, or thing. All right. Let's do Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. I believe you. We see each other. I mean, you know. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh. Yours just like flew off the map. Like you're just trying to get away from the world, aren't you, Capricorn? What's the underlining story? You're taking a lot of action. Capricorn, you're in your divine masculine energy, honey, for real. You got a lot of things going on here. You might look like, you know, you have the feminine energy part, but you're more in your masculine energy. And also, too, we do have the moon. As I'm doing this reading right now, the moon is about to go into Capricorn for the weekend, rest of the weekend, until it goes, right before it goes into the full moon of Aquarius. So I can see this happening. But this is where you thrive. You thrive off of staying in your bag or staying disciplined. That's Saturn energy. It's giving Saturn's child right now. it's giving Saturn's child straight up. Because then it equaling the 8, we can go anywhere with that one. With the whole infinity. I can get deep into numbers, but I like to keep it surface on here. That's a whole nother video. But, you know, but 8 can be in a very abundant number, you know, but it's like an infinite amount of possibilities. I like how the sun here, it's like you're nesting, you're birthing many things. So you could be very ambitious. You could have your own business. It's like you're really just going in. You're going ham. I can't be mad at it, but just make sure you take care of self and you're not too into the Saturn child energy to where you're just hiding your emotions and feelings. Okay? Your feelings and emotions matter too. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hide how you feel. It's like you're hiding how you feel and you're masking it with work. 1 in 7. Taking hella action. Hella action. So instead of transmuting, you could be transferring. Unless you are transmuting, where you're actually dealing with it behind the scenes and not telling anybody. I don't know. Let's see what your tarot card says here. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Yep. You have the Moon in reverse. So you could be hiding how you feel. You could be hiding how you feel. So during this moon, it's time to like really find ways to release your emotions. How you feel about a person, place, or a thing. Really talk about it. Think about it. Also, this can mean too, like you're working so much with that number 1 and number 7, those 2 masculine numbers. You could be working so much to where you're just insomnia. You're up really late. You can't sleep. So it could be as easy as that goes. But there's some mysteries that may be revealed to you when this full moon comes out, or this could have been already revealed to you already. So, you know, there could be some self-doubt or fear, or this looks like you just removing fear or removing, you know, what makes you unhappy during this full moon. Like remove it, let it go. And also pay attention to your dreams with the moon energy. Write down your dreams. Your dreams could give you messages, okay? Your dreams may have a message for you. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is going to be in your sign. Okay. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh, you're starting over. There could be someone around you that wants a new start, a fresh start. You need to like get outside, travel, and you also have the number 8 here too, which has to deal with your emotions too. It's like how someone makes you feel or how you feel about somebody. It's like you need to let it out, release it. This is like a park outside. Meet me at the gazebo kind of a vibe. A new start though too, because if you think about it, 2 + 8 = 10. Ending a cycle, resetting, restarting, to have a new beginning. Let's see what Tarot says. Yeah, so you might need to release how you feel, like be honest, be open about your feelings, about what's going on with you right now. That way you can have that new beginning. And that way you can be like, I'm outside. It's like you've outgrown whatever it is that you're dealing with. You see how the bushes are just stuck all the way up here and the doors are opening now. It's like, okay, the plant can't grow anymore in this house. You need to get out. You need to let your feelings out. You need to release something. You need to say something, or something needs to happen. Like you got to get it out. Like you can be stuck like in your mind or in your heart, or you got to release. You got to let it. There's no room for you to grow. This could be as easy as like where you live at. There's no room for you to grow. This could be as easy as like with a person could be smothering you. Or this could be easy as like your job, you can't grow at your job, so you need to maybe start a business or get another job. This could be as easy as like you not expressing your feelings or emotions about a person, place, or thing. This could be as easy as like not letting go of like old patterns, behaviors, vices, thoughts, beliefs, morals, values. You know, you're stuck with the same old way of doing something, but that's not going to work now. You got to let it go, Aquarius. All right. Let's see what we have for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what Tarot has to say. Yeah, my cards don't lie, honey. Yeah, you have King of Swords. Yep. So you're focused on, you're all in your head right now, okay? Everything's in your head. You're so major air energy. So I'm not surprised. You could be very blunt, very black and white with how you feel, how you say things, like no emotions whatsoever. You're just like, I want this to happen. I want to do this. But I feel like with having this number 2 and number 8, these emotional numbers, somebody around you could actually care about how you feel. Like you probably think nobody cares. Nobody's worried about little Aqua baby over here. But yeah, somebody actually does. So somebody that's around you, because this is feminine energy, 2 and 8. Okay, so somebody around you definitely feels that. But you got to remove what no longer serves you. That's literally King of Sword energy. Remove what no longer serves you. And also too, with these birds here, somebody wants to talk to you. Communication could be coming in. Okay, especially with the King of Sword energy, it's a communication card. You might have to be brutally honest and let out exactly how you feel to somebody and say it. And be wise about it. Okay, don't be judgmental. Be the King of Swords. Okay, not the Knight, not the Page. Be the King of Swords. You might have to even it might not be something that you're just dealing with. It could be something with family. You might have to be like a mediator or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody at work, a situation that could happen. But, you know, I don't know, I'm just getting, you might feel super detached during this full moon in Aquarius. So I challenge you to really tap into your emotions, but be very logical about it. But, you know what I'm saying? I love your energy, Vixen, and you're hitting me with the ASMR. Don't stop. Mr. Merkabastic. Hello. You're so funny with the ASMR. Okay, guys. So that's your message. So Pisces. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. All right. Ooh, right out the way. Moon energy. Damn, your card comes out right away. Boom. So a lot of things might get revealed to you as far as how you feel about it. Maybe this could be somebody or something that you're tapping into as far as, you know, whatever your passions, creative gifts, talents, or skills that you're tapping into right now. It'll be revealing to you. Is this something that's for you? And also, too, it's like you also have number 8 too. So it's like what are you passionate about? Really tap in. So during this full moon energy, you might be questioning what it is that you need to be doing as far as your skills, gifts, talents, whatever it is. You're probably like, oh, should I do this or should I not do this anymore? So make sure, you know, whatever you attach your emotions to, be careful with that, because you could attach your emotion to something that you can be tapping into, but it's really not working out for you. So you have to detach from that, like remove your emotions from it, and then really go into really what makes sense. So 32 equaling the number of 5, which is change. You might have to change something, switch something up. So release an old pattern or behavior of something, going towards your talent, gift, or skill. So this could even look as easy as like you might have to just, whatever you're doing, maybe do something in a different way, or you might have to just add more, like you're capable of doing more. And this full moon is going to reveal this for you. You're capable of doing maybe way more than whatever it is that you're tapping into right now. You're like putting yourself in a box of doing just maybe one thing or something like that. Let's see what the tarot has. Let's see, Tarot. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. What is it that we need to release? Oh, you have a page? We don't like pages. So you have a page. Okay, so with this moon energy, you need to reveal something. You need to be honest or truthful about something that's going on right now, as far as it could be a person, place, or a thing. So be real with yourself. Like, for example, if you were stuck in a delusion or an illusion saying that this could be an avenue for you, and you put all your blood, sweat, and tears into it, and you're emotionally attached to this person, place, or a thing, you may need to remove yourself from that. You may have to release yourself from that come full moon. It's like there's some other way of looking at it, especially with this page. We don't like Page of Swords. We don't like Page of Swords in reverse. There's something that you've done. Like you don't feel like you feel resentment towards it, or there's a conflict in your mind about it because it's a sword energy. So you're just thinking about this. This could be in your head. Okay, this could be thinking in your head like, should I do this? Should I do that? So you're having a conflict within your mind about it. I would say don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? Like try not to have any prejudice as far as what you're supposed to be doing. Like this could look like maybe your husband or wife or girlfriend, boyfriend, or mom or dad trying to tell you what to do when you actually are passionate about something else that you want to be tapping into, but you're forced to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be as easy as that. So you're in your head about it. So come this full moon, you might have to just be honest about what it is that you really want to do. You know, admit that you like to X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And just take action on that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your creative gift, talents, or skills. So during this full moon, you'll probably see it, whatever it is. Like you'll pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are happening with all these changes that are coming about, okay? So that's it for the spread, y'all. Plus it helps that you're very easy on the eyes. I'm just saying, oh, thank you. So you guys don't forget, you guys can find me at vixenafterdark.com if you guys want your own personalized guidance session. I do Zoom calls, FaceTime, you know, whatever. You guys can find me over there, or you can get a recorded reading just like this and I email it to you. You know, everything in the description box down below. I'm gonna now do all the timestamps for this video. So thanks for hanging out with me, if you're live or not. I appreciate all of your guys' support, the likes, loves, shares, all the things. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I just want to say thank you, and I will see you guys on the next one. So make sure you smash the subscribe button and click that bell right next to it. Dink! That way you guys are notified every time I go live. And it was cool hanging out with you too. Good reads. Thank you. Peace.